Well, hello, y'all. It is time to breathe again on the latest BOFA Sports Webcast, streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Aaron, see you have popped on in. Good
What's
to
up,
see
man?
you. Good to have you on the show. And as y'all can see, Patrick is back with me for this episode. So, Patrick, let's get started with March Madness. The madness will
I need
start.
I need to pull up my bracket.
Yeah, so
I totally forgot that's what today was.
so
But I'm getting it.
So for me, I'm waiting. I have a biased reason for why I'm kind of waiting to complete my bracket, because the Texas Longhorns play in the first four game tomorrow night, playing Xavier. I think tonight you have San Diego State and North Carolina coming on after St. Francis and Alabama State, which Alabama State is winning right now as we are speaking to y'all. So I'm waiting to have the complete bracket until I see what Texas does against Xavier. Patrick has talked with me about his picks. Now, I can tell y'all this. We are in agreement that Florida is going to win the whole thing. We'll just go ahead and get it on out there. We're in agreement. Florida is winning this. We just feel... Now, this isn't to say, of course, other teams can't win it. There are plenty of good teams out there, like Auburn, Houston, Alabama, maybe St. John's. Texas Tech can put together a run. I know Duke is a favorite, of course, as well. So there are plenty of teams as we are going in, putting the brackets together. Of course, all of them got to be final by Thursday noon. Yeah, Thursday at noon, or whatever contest that we may enter these brackets in. But we are in agreement that we think Florida is just the most complete team playing right now. They have great guard play. So, and for anybody who has watched the show or maybe a little bit new to the show, guard play is where it's at. Guard play
Finally.
is guard play is what is like the key thing that we will look at, because if you have good guard play, you will that can carry you really far. The guard play can also it can cancel out a lot of those weaknesses that a team might have as well. Well, Florida got that guard play in spades with Walter Clayton Jr. and Will Richard, and I'm forgetting, Martin and Aberdeen coming off the bench. They're loaded in the backcourt, and they're also loaded in the front court, led by Alex Condon. You come off the bench with what's his name, Patrick Glockton and Chinawoo and how, I mean, they got
every foreign name that you can possibly think of. Florida's got them, and they're over 6'10".
Yeah, right. They have so good guard play, good inside play. They're deep. They can run 10, 11 players out there at any given time, and they're top 10 in both offense and defense efficiency as well. Like, there really is not a weakness with Florida. They got the toughness as well, and we'll get into that toughness thing in a moment, because there are some teams in there that are tough, man, tough. But yeah, I can tell you, we are both in agreement that Florida is the team that's going to win the whole thing. And of course, if we're wrong on that, we'll be the first ones to acknowledge that we're wrong. What's your original thoughts right now, Patrick?
On the bracket overall?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so let me ask you this. Are we going straight into what our final fours are, or?
I think so. For me, since I haven't completed the bracket yet, no, I know. I guess
we all know who's going to win Texas Xavier. We already know.
Yeah.
I don't know why you haven't faced this bracket yet, but okay.
Thanks for calling.
As you see, I know who's winning Gonzaga. But I guess I'm a little more solidified than you are right now, so I get it.
Yes, you are. We had talked about this yesterday, and yes, you are definitely more solidified than I am. Yes, Patrick. I'll go ahead.
I mean, just by a little bit, though. No, as the way I see it, man. First initial thoughts of the entire bracket. I mean, dude, I don't have any problems with any of the matchups. First of all, second of all, I can tell you right now, there's not many ACC teams I trust in this bracket, and I will tell you, I got Duke going out in the second round, and I got Clemson going out in the first. So there you go.
So Patrick, Aaron says. So apparently, Aaron said he doesn't know what he's thinking either, but he's got GCU, Kentucky, Duke, and Creighton, and Kentucky wins it.
That's interesting. I mean, where do I got? I got Creighton going out to Auburn. I got Duke going out in the second round, and I got Kentucky going out. Where do I got Kentucky going out?
Tennessee, right?
I got Kentucky going out to Tennessee in the 16. So, yeah, me and Aaron's Final Four are nowhere close. My Final Four is Auburn, Florida, Alabama, and Houston.
The spirit of Paul McDermott is their coach. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty well in agreement with. I think I'm pretty well in agreement with that Final Four too. The Bama, I what we had talked about earlier, or yesterday. Want to see that status of Grant Nelson. If he is good and ready to go, or at least he can come back soon, maybe come back in the first game, get a few minutes under him. And like Bama's a different team with him on there. Like they're Final Four good for sure. If Grant Nelson is out there healthy, without him, might have a little bit struggle. And if you got them going out, well, again, you got Duke going out in the second round. You said to Mississippi State.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got Oregon and Alabama playing for that. I mean, and to be honest with you, what's the kid's name for Alabama? McDermott? Is that what you said?
No, Grant Nelson.
Who did I hear? Oh, I was freaking reading. I don't know what I'm at. Dude. Don't ask. I read Aaron's thing and that name was in my head. Jesus. Russell Williamson. I don't know. If they don't have him back before they get to VCU might beat them.
So there's some interesting matchups in that 12 versus 5, 11 versus 6 part of the brackets. So you got he's giving you the credit right there, Patrick.
And you're welcome.
So in that 12, 5, 11, 6 part of the bracket, you have some interesting matchups. And so the 12, 5, 11, 6, 10, 7, those are always tricky to pick. A lot of people like who is it? McNeese, who knocked Clemson out. That's a 12-5 matchup. People like Colorado State. They're playing Memphis in another 12-5 matchup. A lot of people like Colorado State in that one.
I do.
And then the 11-6, a popular pick here is Drake knocking out Missouri. So like a lot of people like Drake. Now I've seen Drake play. Drake, they're good. All right. So they can slow this bad boy down, slow the pace down. They make you be uncomfortable. If you're going to beat a team like Drake, you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable with them. Now, if Missouri can get out in the open court, like talking about with the coach, if he plays the players, if he's able to use that depth, then it could be trouble for Drake, because now Missouri can get more into the open court, and being in the SEC, we've seen Missouri thrive in the open court. I'd be capable of putting up over 100 points. They put up 110 on Alabama in one of those games. So let's see. What's the over under on Missouri playing not like us when coming onto the court against Drake? You know what?
Man, I wish Vegas would do
They
over-unders like that.
They do. I'm sure they do. Look, if they can have Patrick, if they can have all of those prop bets that be coming up for the Super Bowl, I know they got this. What Aaron brought up, I know they got that somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, they did have the how many times will Taylor Swift get shown, and I think like one guy said that she would be shown under 6 times, and I think he won like $100,000 for that. I'm like, man, I wish I would have got my bid on that. I mean, I would have lost it because I know for a fact they were going to show her like 20 times. I knew for a fact. But then everybody booed her, and then she got a little upset, and nobody showed her again. And they showed her that one time.
Man, Patrick, when you make it back up here, man, look, hey, we could go to the local store and, and lay a bet. We'll go over there by Nationals Park over there, and yeah, man, you can walk in there right across from like Buffalo Wild Wings. You can go in there.
Yeah, a vending joint right across. It's probably in B-dubs.
But I'm sure that is somewhere, Aaron. I'm sure it is. And Missouri, so because knowing how most people and most teams, they want to throw a subtle shade at others, they'll have their band play it and see if we could pick it up from the band. They're not gonna come out here and straight not like us. They're not gonna do that. I seriously don't.
Then again, they may.
They might. Yeah,
Missouri. They are Missouri. They are willing to test the bounds.
Yeah, Missouri might not care. But Drake is a very tough team to play against. So if Missouri does get caught up in
if Missouri doesn't play it, Texas Tech will.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd take the over on Texas Tech all day. Missouri, we'll see. Texas Tech all day. I'd be like, they'll play it.
Texas Tech is good, man. Now I got to watch both of their games against Houston. Those were some battles.
Yeah.
And they split, each of them winning on the other's home court. But you mentioned Texas Tech, and that will bring me in, and we were talking about Drake and their style, and then we'll go in there. What's going on, Philip? You just missed us talking about Memphis, as a matter of fact. So yeah, Memphis got the 5th seed, and yeah, they got that battle with Colorado State. Tell me what you think about that one, Philip, because it's a tough one. That's a tricky match.
That's a tough one.
But I think you talk about those tough teams. So we were talking yesterday, and we said those teams are the Tennessee, Houston. Nah, you're okay, Philip. It's all right. We're just glad that you joined. Tennessee, Houston, St. John's. Those teams, they're the ones that are just toughest. Not necessarily the most skilled, not necessarily the ones who can score the highest amount of points, but
they will win those dirty games. Those hard to win dirty games. They will win them. Yes.
Hey, Philip, so on that note, what is that starter's name? I did hear, is it Taylor? Is his last name Taylor? Because I had heard that they did have a starter that might be out. He got hurt in the conference championship game. The AAC, the American Athletic Conference championship game against UAB. So I'm trying to remember what his name was. I want to say his last name was Taylor. I know the Haggerty, he put up 40-something points on Wichita State on Friday. So I mean, that's going to be tough because Colorado State, they're another team that they got that underrated skill, and they just kind of came out of nowhere, or at least they came out of nowhere in my eyes, because I didn't get to watch a whole bunch of them until they got into the Mountain West tournament. But Yeah, I mean, between Tennessee, Houston, and St. John's, like you said, Patrick, they might not score the most points, but you're gonna know you played them.
Yeah. I'm looking up the guy that you said that was injured.
Okay, yeah, I was about to get on that too. I was trying to remember what his name and I know he got hurt in that last game. So excuse us for a little bit as we are doing some quick little research.
I don't see anybody that's injured that stated they're injured.
He might be okay. Let's see. Okay, Tyrese Hunter. Yeah.
Do they have him ruled out?
No, I have not seen that he's.
I don't see him ruled out.
Yeah.
Not as of yet. I mean, granted, they're probably not going to play. When does that game play? 21. I mean, they're 3 days away from that. I mean, we'll see. But I mean, as of right now, I don't see anything that says that Hunter is out.
I'm not seeing anything. So it's got it's Tyrese Hunter and Dante Harris. Apparently, they're dealing with some injuries. Right now, everything I'm seeing is that they are uncertain.
Yeah, that's all I saw.
Yeah,
I mean, that just depends on what Hunter's what happened during that game. Did he?
Go out? My bad. It hurt his ankle/foot.
So maybe probably like a high ankle sprain.
Could be, yeah.
Man, dump that kid up on some cocaine. He'll be fine.
Cocaine, Patrick. I mean,
why not? I mean, it gives him enough energy too.
We can't use some soccer spray.
Splashing with water. Hey, get back out there, dude. You're all right.
Yep.
Hey, dude, we all know that soccer spray is legit. I mean, I've seen guys with broken bones get sprayed with that, and they just go right back out there and play. Dude, did I ever tell you about the Key and Peele soccer? You've seen that skit, right?
Yeah.
Where he's up in heaven, and then he comes back down and plays and scores a goal.
I remember. Look at Aaron's cooking. Aaron said this is the NCAA tournament, not the no consciousness athletic awareness tournament. But Aaron, listen, we feel the NCAA is one of the most corrupt
organizations in all of the world. There's 4 of them. Charles, should we go through
them? Well, yeah. NCAA, FIFA, the IOC, and the IRS.
Yep, there's all 4 of them right there.
Yep. Yeah, and so Aaron, he played Division III football, so he knows how it can be.
Yeah. So he's experienced 2 of them.
Yeah.
Right there. NCAA and IRS, and both of them are corrupt as shit.
So
yes, I did.
Patrick, you stop. I mean, I guess, to sum up the tournament, everybody, I know you're getting those brackets together. Ooh, Aaron gave us the red emoji. That means that makes him angry. So
you better stop, Charles.
So look, we'll get away from the NCAA. I don't want Aaron to be angry. So look, just sum it up. Hey, everybody, get the brackets in, and let's have fun with this thing. See where it goes. But yeah, I do believe he said it was supposed to be a stop sign. but yeah, my bad. But yeah, Patrick and I, we do both have Florida winning.
I got Florida, Alabama.
That's why he said this, because I was like, stop cussing.
See, I told you. When you try to put limits on me, people know. Stop limitate. Just take the limitations off. I'm just saying. I'm from Georgia. Well, what do you expect? This is what you get.
Don't use that as an excuse.
How the case may be.
All right.
Take the limitations off, Charles. I'm telling you.
All right. My bad.
Aaron noticed.
Yeah, Aaron noticed. All right. My bad, Aaron. I'm sorry. So yeah, Florida. We got Florida winning this. We just think that is the best team. We just think they're overall, when you look at skill, depth, guard play, big men play, offense, defense, the whole combination. We just think Florida's the best team out there, and they're going to win this thing. So for everybody who's watching this, leave your comments on who you think are winning. Well, yeah, Aaron said he's got Kentucky winning it all. So we'll see what everyone else thinks. Philip.
Oh, Philip, who do you got winning?
Yeah, you gotta tell us. Yeah, Philip, you gotta tell us who you got. I know
you like Memphis, but don't say Memphis.
I know you repping Memphis. Yeah, exactly. But
they ain't winning. Not the whole thing, anyway.
So let's roll on into the NFL. And so Patrick, the Cincinnati Bengals said, we had this high-powered offense, and we keeping them together. Damn it!
Good. How much money did they spend on not defense?
Between Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, $275 million. Yes, they did. I will read the deals out to you. So Chase got a 4-year, $161 million extension. Highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL. Seems like we've been saying that a lot the last few weeks.
Yeah, we'll say it again next week. So
right. So annual average is $40.25 million per year, and Higgins got 4 years, $115 million, $28.7 million per year. So
dang.
Yeah, and let me see. So that's the annual value, and you know how it is. You know how it is with these contracts in the NFL. It's all about the guaranteed money. So
yeah, I was fixing to ask how much is guaranteed to Chase.
Yeah, so let me see if I can find that.
$270 million.
Yeah, combined between the two. Yeah. The ridiculous, right? But I think Joe Burrow had said, "Hey, we want to try to get these dudes back." I can understand, of course, why Joe Burrow will want those two dudes back.
I get it too. Look at what the Bengals did all last year. This team was averaging like 34, 35 points a game. Still couldn't win.
Right.
But they were averaging 35 points a game. How do I say? I get signing these two guys for Burrow, but you obviously need to put some money towards your defense, because that defense couldn't stop anybody.
So, all right. So about that. So I know they're trying to get a deal finalized for Trey Hendrickson, the defensive end they have. Okay. I thought I just saw the guaranteed money for Jamar Chase. I want to say that was $112 million guaranteed is what he ended up getting. I just saw this. I thought I just saw it. Yeah, 112 million guaranteed, and so that's basically, I guess, a 2.5-year contract. But
$112 million guaranteed.
Yeah, 112.
Dude, what makes you play past 1 year? You know what I'm saying? Dude, somebody guaranteed me $112 million. I'd be like,
you weren't on the webcast The one when I was talking about, yo, man, I would just play my whole career on franchise tags. Every single year, give me a franchise tag, and if I ain't happy, I'm out.
Yeah,
Just give me a franchise tag all the whole time.
dude, 112 million guaranteed over
Yeah.
4 years.
Yep.
I mean, wow.
Yeah. So
That's insane.
so
$112 million.
so the thought you had about putting some money into the defense. What's gonna have to happen for the Bengals now is if you're going to allocate that much money on your receiving core, making sure Chase is taken care of, making sure Higgins is taken care of. You already gave Burrow a huge contract as well, but you have to do, if you're the Bengals, you have to hit the defense really hard in the NFL draft. And that's what I'm assuming, if we're being logical about this. I'm assuming that's what they're going to do. And they can build up the defense. They can get young players there. They won't have to pay them like big money for at least 3 years. So if you can get some young talent in there, and they might as well start over on the defense anyway, because just like you pointed out, that's why they can win games. Joe Burrow, if they had any more wins to where they could make the playoffs, Burrow he would have been every bit in the MVP race.
Oh yeah,
as
absolutely. And to be honest with you,
his chance.
Who won the MVP? Was it
Josh Allen?
Josh Allen?
Yeah.
Burrow had better numbers than he did.
Yeah, he did.
He had better numbers than he did. He threw more touchdowns, had less interceptions, higher QB rating. I mean, you name the stat. Joe Burrow had it. The only difference was that Allen had a defense that was able to put them into the playoffs, and Burrow didn't.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I looked at what Joe Burrow did, and if they would have able to win 2 games, they would have been in the playoffs, and he would have won that.
Aaron said the Bengals are banking on George Pickens and DK Metcalf going nuclear and then winning 2 games off of their penalties. So look, we more on the Pittsburgh Steelers in a little bit, Aaron. And Patrick, I'll bring this up to you. You're gonna kind of laugh about this too. I know you are. But check mark that comment that Aaron just made.
Okay.
So, but Cincinnati, if they can get that defense together, which I would assume they're gonna go
fully address in the offseason, yes.
Yeah, like defense heavy in the NFL draft. So if they go ahead and do that, Cincinnati, I think they could be back. I mean, we got to remember this is a team 3 years ago that was in the Super Bowl and almost won that Super Bowl against the Rams, and made it to the AFC Championship game the next year, lost by 3 points to the Chiefs. So it's not like Cincinnati is that far removed from being a successful team, someone who can challenge for a Super Bowl. So you have this offense together. You know what Burrow can do if he can stay healthy, because 2023 he missed half of the year. So if Burrow can stay healthy, you have a guy who can match up with any of the other elite quarterbacks there, whether you're talking about Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts over in the NFC with the Eagles. You have a guy who can do his thing. Now you got the receivers back. So obviously the Bengals are going to be able to score points. They get that defense together. They're every bit of a threat as any of these other teams.
Yeah, I agree. And if they do go and get defense, I fully suspect them as playoff team next year.
Yes, and so coming back to that checkmark comment. So the Steelers apparently are waiting to see, because if you notice with the Steelers don't have any quarterbacks.
Oh God, Are they seriously going for Rodgers?
So they are waiting. They are waiting for, and it looks like Alabama State won the first 4 games. Aaron just gave us said they won on a buzzer beater. Wow. So yes, to answer your question, Patrick, yes. And one of the Steelers, one of the longtime veteran Steelers, the lineman Cameron Hayward, I guess apparently said we're tired of waiting on Rodgers. Number one, why are you waiting on Rodgers? No,
Real.
yeah, no, but the Steelers, yeah. Now, here's what's crazy about the Steelers. The Steelers said, or one of the people in the ownership group, and maybe it was the GM, but they had said they are trying to. That's going to be pretty exciting to see what type of drama follows if they do sign Rodgers, Aaron. But if they, Justin Fields went to the Jets. He signed a 2-year deal with the Jets. Russell Wilson, I guess, had talks with the Giants and the Browns. Why you would want to go to those franchises right now, I don't know. But
because he likes losing.
Yeah,
he won too many games in Pittsburgh. He's like, I ain't in for the playoffs. I just need to make my contract and go home. He really wants that 9 to 5. That's what he wants.
And so the Steelers are with the only quarterback they have. They signed Mason Rudolph.
Who?
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, there's been talk about where Aaron Rodgers could go, and I guess the Giants, which it's bizarre to me why the Giants are in any type of a running for anybody right now, because the Giants they're kind of a cursed franchise right now.
God, sign me.
The
30 yards accurately.
Accurately,
what you had.
You got one good throw at me.
I got one good throw, and then it's like,
You're gonna do, hey,
they work. The whole team is tired.
We gonna tap ourselves out like Anthony Richardson did that day.
Right. Then I'll be like, Mariota. I'm out. Where are you going? I thought dude, this is first quarter. Put that back up in. I went 1 for 1 with 30 yards, dude. It's like that's a good throw, man. It's a good day. Good day. Right, back up quarterback, guys. Let's go. and so with just Mason Rudolph on the bench, they're, I guess, looking into seeing what Aaron Rodgers does, I guess. Here's another interesting team. Now, obviously, like what Aaron pointed out, if you have Aaron Rodgers on the same team trying to throw to DK Metcalf and George Pickens, a few other hotheads, because I can see them fighting on the sidelines. That's goodness. I know Mike Tomlin can speak the language of a lot of those players, but golly, that's a lot of daycare. That's a lot of daycare. That might be when Tomlin says, "All right, look, hold up, what did you just do?" And look, I can pull some crap out of my butt, but no, I look. There's my 2-week notice, bro. I'm done.
That's a lot of daycare that's gonna have to be happening, man. The standard is the standard meets the Ashu. That word.
Man, I'm glad when Aaron starts talking.
No, Aaron, we are not talking about cayenne pepper enemas again. We are not. You're not. No.
Hey, stop it. Aaron, I got you. You stop it, Charles.
I didn't
Stop
even.
trying to curve Aaron. Let Aaron talk about what he wants to.
I didn't start. So, look, here's another interesting team for you though, Patrick. So okay, yeah, all right, yeah, I guess we are talking about Aaron Rodgers a little bit more, not exactly the cayenne pepper enemas, but there's another team who I guess is kind of waiting for his decision. Now, Patrick, take a wild guess at who that team is, and I'll give you one clue. Brett Favre.
You're freaking kidding me. No way. Now, okay, Minnesota. Why?
Yeah, and you know, look, it's the rumor mill, but how crazy would that be? That
Him to follow his mentor's footsteps.
yeah, like the more things change. That's one of those. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Deal,
Yeah.
right?
Wow.
And, yeah.
And here's what's gonna be funny is then he's gonna or this is what happens. He tries to go back to Green Bay. Green Bay says, "I'll give you $20 million to shut your mouth," and then he goes and plays for Minnesota. Then we can say, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Here's what would be even more crazy if he gives up his number and starts wearing 4. Dang, you want? Okay, Aaron, you do your thing, bro. Dude, like, when does he retire?
I don't know.
Oh, what if he starts doing this? He does his drop back and he goes.
Yeah, what?
Remember when Brett Favre would always, hey, dude, Brett Favre can throw 4 interceptions and 5 touchdowns and win a game. Only person to ever do it.
Oh boy, boy, Brett Favre, man, yeah, he had some. There were some of them games where you're like,
Josh Allen kind of reminds me of him every now and then. Because you know how Josh Allen will pull back and he's just like, and then he'll look at his wide receivers and go,
yeah.
He's wide open in the middle of the field, and he's like,
nope, I'm throwing it 70 yards every
75 guaranteed touchdown. I'm like, Josh, he's wide open, dude. You're gonna get a touchdown. He's just got to run a little bit. Give him and do his job. You know what I mean? Josh is like,
yeah.
Either you go or it's an incomplete pass. It's whichever. Because nobody's catching it but you.
Sometimes Josh Allen just throws it anyway. Like if he does,
he's like,
oh, you ain't moving.
Walking off the field like this. Big smile on his face. Puts his helmet and he never slings his helmet. I mean, he'll sling that ball, but when he goes to take off his helmet, he's like,
yeah, put the hat on, yeah. And like he's looking at the film, he looking at the tablet. It's like, oh, all right, well, okay. I didn't even try to read.
Well, I did.
Yeah, I
didn't know what you want me to do. I don't know, maybe throw it a complete pass across the middle, Josh. Yes. Maybe just hypothetically thinking this. He's like, no, I did this twice, and I just decided to do it.
But what coverage are you seeing there? Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, there was no coverage. If he would have went down the field, there's only one person. I mean, I'm literally taking him out of 10 other people. He just won't listen to me. Get on the phone, Josh.
Yeah. So real quick, get on the phone, Josh.
On the phone, Josh. Hey, we're going to extend your contract. Fantastic. And we're all sitting over here going, why?
So,
okay.
So, Aaron, one of the comments he had made going back to Joe Burrow is that $270 million with the receivers, or actually it wasn't about Joe Burrow. I guess it was about well, I mean, yeah, 275 billion. Well, yeah, I think both of them. So between Joe Burrow and then the receivers, both of those sides got 275 million. And so he said that's like 60% of Mahomes' original extension. Because you remember Mahomes signed like 500 million.
Yeah, 500. I think it was 510.
Yeah, for 10 years. And what I'll say about Patrick Mahomes is he is at least willing to go in there and do the Tom Brady method, because he will restructure the contract. He restructured it again just last week. Restructured the deal so there was more cap space, more money for the Chiefs to go and get some people. So look, the dude is serious about making this
rings.
Yeah, he wants rings. He's got 3, and he's trying to get more. He want to be known as one of the best to ever do it. You know where you got to get. So
he'll never be known as. He may get as many as Tom Brady, but man, every time I see Mahomes, the only person I see is Uncle Rico. That's it. That's it.
What? Everybody always.
All I see, man. I can never unsee it.
Everybody always talks about one of the 2 things, like his looks because of his hair, and then how he sounds when he talks.
Oh, well, dude, if you want to talk about his hair kind of weirds me out because, like, his helmet looks like it floats on his head.
Yeah, he's got that good hair. Now it's not Bryce.
I know he does that commercial with Palomalu. I get it. Head and Shoulders is like the best. I mean, not like I would know. I'm just saying. All I'm saying. But here's the thing. When I watch him put his helmet on, I cannot. It literally, like, there's gaps, and it looks like it just floats on his head. This guy's never going to get a concussion. He's got padding. He's got a helmet. He's got padding. He's got air, and then he's got his hair. This guy's got like 4-fold protection. And hey, dude, it matches right up to the Head and Shoulders. 4-fold protection.
Oh my gosh.
He weirds me out with that helmet, dude. It weirds me out. I was like, I don't know how that does that.
Because it floats on his head.
It looks like it floats on his head.
Oh goodness. So last topic before we hop on now. So Deion Sanders, head coach of Colorado. This is kind of going back to your shorty when you was talking about spring football games. And so Deion is
about what?
Spring football. You don't remember?
I know what you're talking about.
Okay. So
the cancellation of games. That game.
Yes. There we go. I was about to say, I was like, Patrick, you don't remember the shorty.
Hell, Charles, I don't even remember what I did 20 minutes ago.
That's right. Okay. Well, you did a pretty good job of remembering that we talked about Joe Burrow and the crazy amount of money they're making. So that's good. Like, I mean,
yeah.
Oh yeah, so but
on dog's ass every once in a while, I guess.
So Deion Sanders had some interesting things to say about what is happening with the spring football games, some of the cancellations that are happening from some of the schools. And he said, look, if we could do spring ball, then I want to do it NFL style. So he said he wouldn't mind having a team come play in Boulder to do 3 days of joint practicing, and then you do the spring game. There, I guess Syracuse had responded like, yeah, they'll come out to Boulder in a few days. Now, of course, sorry, Aaron, NCAA rules says that teams cannot play each other during the spring. But yeah. Sorry.
Look, Syracuse will find a way around that. Now, I will say this. If it was SMU, they would have already found a way around it.
Oh, SMU would have been there.
SMU would be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You read the rules, and
SMU, like, we already did that penalty once. Well, he's scared.
What are you talking about rules? We're above your rules. You're gonna play for the SEC. You keep on.
Yeah.
We all know we all know the SEC is about to separate.
Yeah.
With all the dominance we're having in every sport, we're about to be our own sport.
Yeah, but I mean, I think we mentioned that a little bit, talking about how the NFL has the joint practices that happen during training camp, and they just sit out basically most of the preseason games. They don't really play those. And they give, like, the starters especially just get all the work in the joint practices. Could that be something that college would institute? Because like you said, the NCAA, as much mess as we're talking about them, they're on the way to becoming obsolete anyway. Yeah. So it could be something that happens between specifically the power conferences, where they just say, you know what, man, if we're going to play some spring football, then let's play against each other. Let's have these joint practices, or maybe they move it up closer to the season. Maybe do it during the summer, around the time the NFL does it. You see something?
So I know that there is rules, obviously, with the NCAA saying that they can't have games, but why not make an exception to it and say something like along the lines like either one of two ways, and this is just a hypothetical. If you're going to have a spring joint practice, then you have to have it with somebody that's not within your season, one, or you have to have it with somebody that is in your season. Why not? I mean, why stop them from having practices the way they want to have practices if you can say, yeah, we're going to do 6 days of practicing. Okay. And how's that 6 days going to go? We're going to do 3 days in Boulder, 3 days in Syracuse, and we'll call and then that'll be it. That'll be it. And on the third day at Boulder, we'll do a scrimmage, and on the third day in Syracuse, we'll do the scrimmage. What's wrong with that? I don't understand what's wrong with that.
Me either. I'm with you. I think you could do, if you're not going to do the spring ball, yeah, move it closer to when the guys come in for getting ready for the fall season. And when you do the spring ball, you're basically done until late July, early August anyway in college.
Yeah.
So you got this huge gap in between the spring ball and when y'all will see each other for team activities again. And so during that time, yeah, have a couple of joint, particularly within the conference. So let's say if you want to go ahead and do a practice with, I mean, I don't know if you necessarily want to practice with Utah, and I say Utah because, I mean, those are big time rivals, of course. So I don't know if you really want to do that and get them fights going like that, but maybe somebody else within.
Yeah, I wouldn't go with a rival. For example, if Georgia done it, I would not go to Florida or Auburn, or South Carolina, or Tennessee, or Alabama.
It's like half the SEC.
Yeah, it's like, or like Vanderbilt. I'd probably go there, but everybody be like, "Hey, Vandy,
yeah,
we need some practice."
Yeah,
and Vandy's like, "Dude, I'm all of a sudden the popular kid."
Yeah,
beat Alabama one time, and I'm popular again. All right, but I mean, no, I think I would have to limit myself to that and be like, look, I'm not gonna practice with Auburn. I wouldn't practice with Florida, and I possibly would not practice with Alabama or South Carolina. You know what I mean? But that, I mean, hell, I wouldn't mind going to Texas and practice with them a couple of days. But I mean, here's the thing: is like that Georgia and Texas could obviously start becoming a huge rivalry itself with way it went over last year. You know what I mean?
And we'll see each other again.
Yeah,
this year.
Texas, there's meeting people. Texas doesn't want to. Is not going to want to go with Oklahoma, Texas A&M. You know,
Arkansas.
You know, again, here's half of the SEC again.
Well, I don't even know if we want to go see Wisconsin at this point. I mean, the horns down is a pretty universal sign.
Yeah, you don't have to go to Japan and
over there. We'll play the Japanese.
And they still be like this. Oh no!
My goodness gracious, we can't get away from horns down anywhere.
I mean, we're in Japan and we're still getting.
I mean, I literally saw a Maryland Michigan game one year, and they was throwing horns down up there. Like, we're nowhere in the state. Like, why are we
out of the country?
Yeah.
No matter where you go, like college game day, no matter what college game day, you see two things. You see a Wisconsin flag and you see horns down for whatever reason. That's it. Yeah, like you'll see everything else to that team, but you will never miss a Wisconsin. Is it Wisconsin?
Washington State.
Washington State, that one. You'll never not go to a college game day and not see that flag or a horns down.
I think literally that dude, whoever has that flag, has been at almost every single college game day since they started going live. Since they started, I guess, traveling to.
Is it the same guy? I thought it was just a bunch of people who just support it.
I mean, it could be, but that flag be there.
Yeah, dude, and it's a big one.
Yeah,
it's up there, right in the middle, every single time. And I'm like, you see that Washington State flag, and you'll see somebody go.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I'm like,
you're Oregon State. What do we do?
Washington versus Washington State. Of course, there's a flag there.
Yeah.
Your rival is right there, and you're gonna put horns down,
dude. Okay. So two funny things on some of these celebrations, man. So number one, Alabama lost to Oklahoma in Norman last year, and I mean, this is it. Obviously, it was a tough year for Texas North, as we like to call them, because they are. I mean, Oklahoma just goes into Texas and get all their players. But
I mean, I can say the same thing about Tennessee and baseball.
And so
we get my Georgia players all the time.
And so Oklahoma beat Alabama, and they storm the field, and what is the first thing you see from the Oklahoma fans? Straight horns down. Now, we know they hate us, but my goodness, y'all just beat Alabama. We still living rent-free in y'all head like that y'all just like, yeah, we beat the Tide. Like, come on, man. You know.
I will say this, man.
What was that?
When we beat y'all in that first game, we had one person. Did you see him? He goes, woo, and did like this, and Kirby was like, slap the.
Yeah, I remember that. He sure did.
In the SEC championship, no horns down. We were all like, yay, we win. Kirby was going to slap the crap out of that guy.
Yeah.
I was like, holy crap, he is not joking. He was like, he come running.
Yeah.
He's like, do it, I dare you. I was like, okay, no horns down from Georgia.
And then another funny thing was talking about college game day. They were at the Iron Bowl between Alabama and Auburn, and this particular one was in Auburn. And you have the Washington State flag, and then you got you got a Jesus side up, and then like the Jesus signs are everywhere, but then there's this other random sign: roll blunts, not tied.
I give college game day this, man. Those signs are hilarious.
Yeah.
Especially if like some of them are not even funny, right?
Yeah.
But when they're paired up against something that's right next to it, and you know, like it was an accident, it makes it funny. I mean, there's some of them that I've seen in there that was just really funny.
I mean, dude, you had crosses all over the place. You know, people talking about Jesus, and then here's this side: roll blunts, not tied. How did that make it on TV?
Hey, as much as Disney tries to stop it, Pat McAfee's like, put it on there. I give Pat McAfee that much. He's like, he's looking at the camera guy going,
Pat McAfee literally looks like when it's time for college game day to come on, he literally looks like he just left the club and showed right on set.
and I know he is. He has to be. Because there's no way you have that much energy at that time of the day. And you can tell he starts winding down as the show goes. And then right when it's time for picks, you can see him take that deep breath.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh gosh. Well, Patrick, hey, we have a few minutes left, man. So before we wrap up, what is coming up for Bro Epic?
So we just wrapped up our football and hoops tournament. Well, it'll be wrapped up this week. What did I say? Football hoop tournament challenge. That one's a mouthful. I'm sorry. I have to think that one through a little bit. So we wrapped that one up. That one was hilarious. I mean, we had some really funny footage on that one. That's the one with the football and the bubble ball. So we had some really good ones with that. Our next one is 3 sports bowling challenge. So what we're going to do is 10 bats will be on home plate, and they get to pick 2 of 3 sports: football, soccer, volleyball, or something like that. And they get to pick it, and whatever they pick, they have to throw it in that sport. So if it's football, they have to throw it like a football. If it's volleyball, they have to hit it. And if it's soccer, they have to kick it. And they're going to get 2 frames. Whoever knocks down the most bats wins. And if you get a strike, you get a bonus point. So we're going to be doing that. We did not get to go to Coastal Elite on Sunday. We had some kids had to opt out, and then we also had some parents that kind of got camera shy. So we will be doing that this Sunday. So we'll have 7 kids ready for that one. So we're going to be doing that this Sunday. And my wife is on here saying, "Bro, epic kickball, please." We have a kickball challenge actually coming up as well, and we're going to be doing that. And then we have what's it called? We're going to do a parents and kids volleyball tennis mix match. So it's going to be interesting next few months because of all the stuff that we got coming up.
Yeah, and I was about to point that out. Like, if you didn't get to see it, I was like, it looked like you have a special visitor asking for Bro Epic Kickball.
Yeah, we're going to do a Bro Epic Kickball. So she actually brought it up to me a couple of days ago. I'm pretending like I didn't hear, but I already started writing the show because she did bring it up, and I was like, actually, that's a really good idea. So I got some kickballs that I'm going to get ordered, and then we're going to put together a kickball game.
Awesome. And again, like if you have not seen the reels that are coming out with that football, basketball mix. Man, that's some funny stuff, man.
It's
Y'all
hilarious, isn't it?
gotta check that out.
Dude, we got a 5-foot bubble ball, and dude, they're hitting the crap out of each other. Hey, dude, I am cracking up watching them play that. I mean, it was a lot of fun. I think the bowling's going to be pretty fun, and we're really looking forward to the Coastal Elite Sports dodgeball game we got coming up on Sunday. That's a full show, so we're going to be putting that out in April. That'll come out in April, but we'll be filming it this Sunday.
Well, all right, and check, take a look at those reels. I mean, they are funny.
I was like, man, this is gonna be my viral stuff right here, and we get a lot. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's been a lot of good feedback. We got a lot of comments on some kids that are on there like, dude, how do you miss that shot? And I'm like, you don't understand how hard it is. It really is kind of hard, especially when you like get the bubble ball out of your way and then you go to shoot and the bubble ball hits your arm and then you go flying because you got hit. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and the kids had a blast in it. And we're doing it in September. We're going to do the football show where we're going to have we're going to try to do 4-on-4 a flag football, and I'm going to bring out the bubble balls for a challenge for each one of the kids. So that's going to be a lot of fun for them on that too.
All right. Well, so that's what's coming up on Bro Epic. And yeah, make sure you check out if you have missed any episodes. Just as the same with any of the BOFA Sports episodes. Make sure y'all check those out. Give us the comments, like, subscribe, whatever. But,
yeah, please support the shows so we can keep doing this, because this is fun.
Absolutely. And so that will wrap up the show. That is what we are breathing on for this evening. So y'all make sure y'all visit the BOFA Sports YouTube channel, smash that subscribe button, and follow the BOFA Sports Facebook page. For everybody who tuned in tonight, 80, good to see that you checked on in with the Bro Epic Kickball comment. Good to see you. Aaron, thanks a lot.
That too, so.
Yeah. Aaron, thanks a lot for tuning in as well. And also to you, Philip. So I hope everybody enjoyed the show. Thank everybody for coming through with the comments and advancing the conversation. Y'all can come on and y'all have fun with us, and it keeps us going, and it's just good. And we appreciate the support. We appreciate the interaction. So with that,
hold on. I do got bonus for everybody at BOFA Sports. Bonus. So my wife sent me a thing. It's a little meme with a cute little duck. It says, "How does a duck fart?" And it says, "With his ass quack." Thanks, babe.
Really, 80? Really? It's
it means something again.
Yeah.
Put it out on the internet.
With that, we out. So y'all take it easy. Have a great rest of the week, and we'll be back at the same time next week. And also next week, MLB preview season will start on March 7th. Although the Dodgers and Cubs are playing right now in Japan, the main part of the season gets started on March 27th. So we'll have a MLB preview for you, looking at all of the divisions and picking out the well. So tune in for that. And until then, everybody take care. Have a great rest of the week and enjoy what is coming with March Madness. Y'all take care.